Good evening. Today, January 9, marked the first day of the new academic term. Minister of Education and Youth, Favor Williams, paid a visit to the Constant Spring Primary and Junior High School today. Students arrived at the school's grounds for Thanksgiving celebrations, marking the institution's 50th anniversary.
How old is your school? Put your hands together for all those who 50 years ago looked around at the communities of Cassava Peace. Raise your hands if you're from Cassava Peace. At the communities of Constant Spring and Grand Spen, raise your hands, and said this area deserves a school. And from what I heard from the chairman, this is a school of choice, right? A school of choice.
Mrs. Williams encouraged the staff to continue to persevere.
Thanking those with the vision to create this school so that we can be here this morning to celebrate 50 years of its existence. And I want to say that I'm very confident that Constant Spring Primary and Infant School will continue to endure and that students will continue to succeed for many, many more years to come. Thank you, teachers. I know it's not an easy job to wake up every school day and be here in classrooms, but you are dedicated to the task. And I want to say to you, we appreciate the work that you do. God bless you, boys and girls. Put your hands together again for Constant Spring Primary and Infant School. Thank you so much.
Questions were raised about the controversy over the Steertown grades, where Mrs. Williams revealed that CSEC has commenced an investigation into the allegation. However, at present, the details cannot be disclosed. In the meantime, the curricula for all schools will now include civics as of this semester. This was revealed in the New Year's address by Education Minister Favor Williams. She further stated that this will act as a fundamental framework, giving children the essential soft skills they need to develop into the Jamaicans we want them to be.
Starting this term, we will be teaching civics in all of our schools, not just in the 95 schools that currently do so. We are aware of the various social issues and the need for an intentional and intensive focus on students' development of civic virtues. We understand the need to encourage national pride in our children from an early age. Civics in schools will serve as a foundational pillar for students to develop those critical soft skills and to become the Jamaicans we want them to be.
Mrs. Williams emphasized once more the need of parent-teacher cooperation as they work to develop character with less fighting while forming healthy habits in personal and social life as they continue education transformation initiatives.
Emphasis this term as well and going forward will also be on parent-teacher cooperation as we seek the complete and harmonious development of our students' character so that we begin to see more of the desirable behavior, less fighting among our students, healthy habits, and positive attitudes in personal and social life. As we start the new term, the preparation for PEP 6 is well advanced and demands engagement with the national standards curriculum as an important part of the preparations. The curriculum-based tests and the performance tasks require that students use the knowledge, skills, and concepts to which they should have been exposed to be adequately prepared for these tests. The PEP online portal remains an invaluable support resource for students as they advance their preparations for the 2023 examinations. The site can be accessed by logging on at moey.gov.jm/primary-education exit-profile-pep and then click on resources.
Starting this year, Minister of Health and Wellness Dr. Christopher Tufton has put administrators on notice that they will be required to report those responsible for damage done to state-provided ambulances because of indiscipline on the roads. He likened the need to hold others accountable to the firestorm of criticism he faced late last year over shoddy conditions at some public hospitals. Dr. Tufton's comments came on Friday during a handover of 4 new ambulances to the Western Regional Health Authority, noting that he sometimes sent videos of vehicles in the health sector being driven in a reckless manner. Minister Tufton appealed to drivers not to be a part of the indiscipline seen on the country's roads. The Toyota vehicles, which were purchased by the government of Jamaica, will be added to the current fleet of 18 in the region that spans Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland. A team of officers assigned to the Portland Police Division seized approximately 600 pounds of compressed ganja during an operation on Long Road in Manchiniel in the parish on Saturday, January 7. 13 people, including 6 women and 2 minors, were taken into custody in relation to the seizure. Reports are that about 9 a.m., lawmen were in the area when they signaled the driver of an Isuzu motor truck to stop with 13 persons aboard. The driver complied and the vehicle was searched under the Dangerous Drugs Act. During the search, 600 pounds of compressed ganja was found in their possession. They were subsequently taken into custody. However, their identities are being withheld pending further investigation. The illicit drug has an estimated street value of 3.3 million Jamaican dollars. A decision by Prime Minister Andrew Holness to cancel today's weekly meeting of his cabinet has led to heightened speculation that a reshuffle of his ministers will be announced this week. Mr. Holness, who worked from home last Thursday and Friday, has reportedly started meeting with individual cabinet ministers who are expected to be impacted by the reshuffle. It is expected that a new-look cabinet will be in place when it sits for its first meeting of this year on January 16. Sources say it is clear that Prime Minister is considering carefully the changes for the cabinet, which is expected to ensure that the government has even more achievements added to its already long list from 2020 going into the next general election. Mr. Holness has not confirmed or denied reports of the pending cabinet changes. After being elected to serve a second consecutive term in 2020, he announced his first cabinet shuffle in January. Speculation suggests that some of the changes will reflect the Prime Minister's dissatisfaction with how the ministers are performing, but look for at least 2 strategic shifts which are being designed to ensure that, while the party remains in government, the political machinery remains in good condition. Chief Justice Brian Sykes is questioning the increasing use of the term violence producers and has reminded that it is a court through a trial that determines whether an individual is a criminal through a conviction. Chief Justice Sykes made the declaration on Friday as he urged newly appointed Supreme Court judges and master-in-chambers at ceremony to have courage to decide cases against popular sentiments locally and amid criticisms in a high-crime environment like Jamaica. The term violence producers was used by Police Commissioner Major General Anthony Anderson on Tuesday, December 6, when he revealed during a press briefing to declare states of emergency, SOEs, that over 300 such persons are on the radar of the police locally. The commissioner further said that the Jamaica Constabulary Force, the JCF, has prepared intelligence packages and is actively building on cases against violence producers. However, Chief Justice Sykes said that it is the criminal law that determines whether a crime has been committed, and it is a court that determines whether a person should be branded a criminal at the end of the trial process and assuming that there is a conviction. Accompong Chief Richard Curry says he's looking to collaborate with the Ministry of Tourism to improve the annual Maroon Festival in his St. Elizabeth enclave. Last Friday, scores of locals and tourists who attend the festival to commemorate the 285th anniversary of the signing of a peace treaty between the Maroons and the British, were treated to a captivating display of Maroon culture. Opposition leader Mark Golding, who attended the festival on Friday, extolled the significance of the event. Chief Curry said the proceeds from the festival will be reinvested in the community, including popping up a feeding program for the indigent, servicing the roads, and building an entrepreneurial center for youths. As day 2 of the hunt for gold continues in Chester Castle, Hanover, dozens of residents and adjoining communities could be searching through the mysterious soil in search of what they believe to be gold. The residents, most of whom reside at Top Land, could be seen digging away at a house site in the area following the discovery of the shiny rocks and substance believed to be gold. One of the landowners, who gave his name as Ralston Cole, said the house is being constructed on the section of the property which is really owned by his niece, and that the discovery was made shortly after they hired the services of heavy equipment to dig a pit last Tuesday. After reaching approximately 10 feet down, an unusual soil cart carrying gold-looking pieces were pulled out of the pit. It is not confirmed to be gold. However, the citizens are now calling on the relevant authorities to come in and make an assessment of the material. The landowners also stated that they are not certain what the substance really is. However, dozens of persons traveled from miles around and were seen searching and loading buckets of the shiny rock, which they all believe to be gold. The residents said the community would be set to receive a major upliftment if the find really turned out to be valuable, and also that they hope their finds are legitimate in order for them to better their own lives. Residents of Ginger Hill and Four Parts in St. Elizabeth are now dealing with the frustration of the bridge in their community being closed. The corridor has been closed by the National Works Agency, the NWA, due to a failure in one of the abutments of the Jones River Bridge. The bridge is located just outside of Ginger Hill Square. The road is a major link to several communities in St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland, and St. James, including Wyess, Washfoot Gully, Orange River, and sections of Pishga community. Manager for Communications and Customer Service at the NWA, Stephen Shaw, says the agency's technical team carried out a routine inspection of the bridge's structure and found it to be severely compromised, hence the order for it to be closed. Earlier today, our news team visited the area where business owner Mr. Rankin and Miss Barracks explained the impact on their business since the bridge has been closed.
Well, you have to have body now, man, because you don't know, say, the business, I use a main road for all of it, farming, business, and also from the bridge is like in a disappeared area, and you know, say nothing can pass through, so you know, say affect us, all of us in everything. Children to go to school, they don't know how we go, but they make it get out of hand, so I deal with it for a long time. The Prime Minister and Mr. Hutchison, all of them have to come together and do what they do. And we have to do fast too. You know, I don't want to take about now next year or now when and how much months and something, because this is the main road. So we have to do what we have to do.
As we all can know, Civics Bridge has been broken, or should I say blocked. It is affecting us very badly because business gets so slow, and back then they have a faster business up and running and stuff like that, but since it's operating now, business gone bad. So we have to close like an abuse at earlier time because nothing really go on for now.
The bridge affecting me by carrying goods, by customer coming, by the school, the basic school. It affect the business, make it slow. There is nothing coming in.
I'm a businessman, a director of Eniknar Limited. The damaged bridge has created a lot of problem for me and the business. We have to traverse through Springfield, come straight to Ginger Hill, which is about 15 miles, and the road is bad. Maybole is a dead trap, which they said that's the route should be taken. No road is over there. The road is in a deplorable condition, and it's hurt very much for us, business people and citizens.
Residents of the community also voiced their concerns.
Much that me hardly can sleep right now because me farm a talent and how it affect me if you go for workers and everything. It has shake me up here right now. Everything it has shake me up. Affect everybody, school children, old people, everybody. We have about 60 or 70 bus travel to West Kingston and Spanish Town all over we carry goods from here. Right now, weekly, call it for the week. Or sometime a weekend a 40 bus or 30 bus go town. So during the week, we have about 60 buses carry everything we carry pineapple, carry all type of product to Black River, Santa Cruz, all around the country. So it affect everybody up here. Everybody. See me? So me ask the MP quick as possible as he can do it. Because if he don't do it quick as possible, we're going to took to the street, we're going to go to the police, we and the people, all of the people of the community, them up here. And we are going to go to the street and we're going to demonstrate. So the best thing can come and deal with it, him just deal with it right away. Because I know I'm here.
Caretaker Councillor for the Newmarket Division, Christopher Russell, said that using an alternative route is not an option for one of Jamaica's largest pineapple farming community.
We are still at a major crossroad when it comes on to finding some solution for getting the bridge built, because although we don't really hear from the MP what is his plan on the main road. Secondly, it is really affecting all the residents from, you call it a Forepass, Ginger Hill, Maybole, Breadnut Walk, Huntley, straight up to Pisgah. We're looking at one of the biggest pineapple farming area in Jamaica, not just in St. Elizabeth. And we are looking at over 60 vehicles, 60 buses leaving this part and driving on this particular bridge every single day of the week, going to Kingston and all over in Jamaica to distribute pineapples. And for having this bridge closed, and we don't know or we can't hear any word from the MP when work is going to start on this, it is really raising a major concern in the minds of the citizens. And we would really love some intervention from the MP to go and have some dialogue with National Work Agency as soon as possible and come and have a community meeting and have a dialogue with the citizens of the Ginger Hill area and surrounding. What's the plan to go ahead with this bridge for now? The bypass or the alternative route to get in and out of Ginger Hill and the neighboring community, it's totally in a deplorable condition. The Maybole Road, it's like 1.5 hours just to finish the Maybole community alone. You're talking about the Forepass Road, you're looking at the next 45 minutes. And if you think I'm lying, you have the cameras, you can go and see. We need some urgent assistance in the Ginger Hill area and the Maybole Road and on the Forepass Road for now, and not to mention the Pisgah Road. We need some urgent assistance in this particular area right now.
Resulting from the closure of the bridge, motorists wishing to travel from the direction of St. James towards Wyeth Falls are being diverted along the main road through the communities of Pisgah, Springfield and Forepass. The reverse will obtain for those motorists wishing to travel to sections of Ginger Hill, St. Elizabeth, Westmoreland and St. James. Mr. Shaw says the NAA recognizes that some work will have to be done on the alternative route and is now in the process of putting together an estimate of repairs. When completed, the estimate will be sent to the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation for funding support. In the meantime, motorists are being advised to exercise caution when using the corridors. And those are the stories making the news this evening. Thank you for tuning in to Mello TV Evening News. I'm Nicole Hales. Stay safe and thanks for watching.